What's going on, guys? Alex here with 814 EDC, and I have a pretty exciting unboxing to do for you guys today. This is a package coming from DNK Knives out of Arizona. I had just heard of them probably within a week and a half ago. So a couple videos ago, I think I was talking about like how I didn't have a whole lot of loaners in recently, and my knife stuff was kind of dry coming in and out. And a guy, he came across my knife channel, he watched it, and I believe he messaged me on Instagram. His name is Don, and he is the owner of DNK Knives. And he's like, hey man, I saw you didn't have a whole lot of stuff, coming in and out recently. Like, go check my shop out. I might be able to send you some knives to check out for your channel. And I was like, I was really, really excited when I first read the message. I was like, oh my God, I never expected, someone to see that and to reach out to me. So Dawn, if you're watching this, I really do appreciate it, man. I'm very, very excited about some of the stuff that you sent me. A little bit about DNK Knives. From what I've understood, it's a nice, it's a smaller online retailer, but he still has a pretty decent selection. He primarily specializes, from my understanding, in OTFs and automatics. And funny enough, none of the knives that I picked out to have him send me is an OTF or an automatic. They're all manual knives. But I believe that's what he sort of specializes in, and he kind of has the most stock of in. But yeah, I went on and I looked through the website, found some stuff that I had either been interested in for, a little bit of time, or just, a couple random models that I thought looked pretty cool, or just, the brand interested me, so on and so forth. So I picked out, I believe there's 4 that I, told him about. But it's a pretty decent box, so I'm assuming he put all 4 in here, but we're going to get into it and check it out. Unboxing knife, as I just got off work, is the Benchmade Bug Out. I do have to get this done pretty quickly because I need to go in. I got to walk my dog Lucy first. You guys know the drill. But then I got to go in and get a shower because I got to go to the dentist. And I'm not really excited about it because I hate the dentist. Just not a big fan of it. Not a big fan of the dentist, but some new knives will definitely take the pain away from the annoyance away of going to the dentist. But we're gonna unbox this here. There we go. Alrighty, what do I have in here? Alright, so I have some swag. So here is DNK Knives. Don Farmer is his name. He is the owner and proprietor of DNK Knives. And he is in Cave Creek, Arizona. So there is some information for you guys. His little business card, which is cool. Got all the information you need on there. Then there is his logo, I believe. Is like a flaming lion head, which is pretty cool. DNK Knives. A couple of black ones, which is cool. And then more white ones. So he sent me he sent me 6 stickers, which is cool. Those will be tossed in the sticker collection. I can use them in giveaways, which I am coming up on 1K subs. I think I'm at 923, so I'm going to get there sooner than later. And I'm coming up on 1,500 followers on Instagram. So I think I'm like 120 away from that, or somewhere around there. So I will have 2 giveaways coming up in the future for you guys to check out. Here is it's a little Band-Aid holder, which is cool. DNK Knives, quality cutlery with some Band-Aids. That's really cool. Like that a lot. And there is lots of peanuts in here. So we're going to, just easier because I have this little patio you guys can see running right there. It's elevated, so it's like a nice little table for me. So we're going to toss those out there. Hopefully the wind doesn't blow them everywhere as they are now. So we're going to have to go with the flow here. All right, so the first knife is a ZT. Now this is the first ever ZT that I've ever handled before. I'm not super, versed in the ZT world. I know their models are a lot of numbers. Like this is the 0357. It's in G10 with 20 CV stonewash. As you guys can see, the label is faded, so this must be a little bit of an older model. It is one that I have seen before and that I have kind of, been aware of. And I finally came across, going through his listings, I came across the ZT section. And I was like, you know what, this one seems pretty cool. But a little bit of information there. ZT. Pop this bad boy open. Now, I don't think this is an assisted model. I know some of the ZTs from this sort of age realm are assisted, but I don't think this one is. Alrighty. A little dusty. Here it is, guys. So the 0357 has a flipper tab, loop over style deep carry clip. Is that assisted? Yes, it is assisted. Okay. So I wasn't sure if it was going to be assisted or not, because I know, like I said, a lot of Kershaw models from this sort of era were assisted with the Speed Safe Assist. But there you have 20 CV with the serial number 0357. And I think that little symbol right there is what Kershaw and ZT use for their, I don't know if those mean their in-house designs, but I haven't handled a assisted opening knife, I believe, since I had my Link. Link? Yeah, the Kershaw Link in 20 CV and green aluminum titanium. I ended up giving that knife to my dad, and he uses it, you know, he still carries it. He uses it a lot around the house. It's kind of like a heavy duty work knife, but this is cool. You know, you still have like shadow box liners. So you can tell that this is a knife, you know, at the time, this was sort of, you know, up in the, you know, what am I trying to say here? Sort of cream of the crop at this age point. I don't know. I'll try to look up when I do full reviews of all these knives, you know, what year this came out. But back in its day, I mean, this was like a super, super nice knife. And it still is a nice knife. It feels really good in the hand. I love how it has that little poon right here. Feels great ergonomically. I can get all 4 fingers on there very nicely. And I think it looks good. I really like the overall aesthetic of it with the blade shape and the way it just flows. Fits great. G10 has a really nice texture to it. And, you know, I don't love, you know, assisted knives because you can't close it that, you know, it's not that drop shutty. But I do like the way it fires out. It's so, you know, snappy, reliable. And I know you can de-assist, excuse me, you can de-assist a lot of, you know, Kershaw and ZT's Speed Safe Assist models. But yeah, so this is the ZT0357. Definitely a cool piece. Set this over there. Next up is a Wee knife. And this is a premium model, or a premium version of a very, I keep cutting my head off. This is a premium version of a very, very popular model that has been around for a couple of years. It kind of took the EDC world by storm. It has still been made into fixed blades and button locks and, you know, different variations of it. But this is the premium version of it. And you guys can probably guess what it is by now, but it is the Wee Banter, the Wee Elementum. And he sent me a bronze titanium handle, black stonewashed 20 CV blade. So I just saw this on the website and I wanted to check it out just because I wanted to compare it to the original Elementum model that I had back. It's been a while since I've had one of those, but you know, it's kind of a, like I said, not an OG. But when the Elementum came out, it really took the you know, the budget world by storm. Put those in there. And here is the knife, guys. Flipper tab, bronzed accents, bronzed titanium, loop over style deep carry titanium pot clip, which is nice. Snappy. That same great Elementum, you know, ergos that I remember so well. You have the little landing choil up here. Fits great. Nice and thin behind the edge. I mean, when it boils down to it, the Elementum is a fantastic design. You know, is it my favorite design of all time? No. But I really did enjoy having it when I had it in the collection. And, you know, it was cool to see them come out with a, you know, more premium model, because I'm sure there are still people that absolutely love this model. But like I said, when it boils down to it, at the end of the day, this is a fantastic EDC knife. It's slim, it's a small, you know, it's very good ergos. Very good action, great materials. I think these are on sale right now for like 150 bucks, and that's like at a lot of different retailers. So you can get it for a decent price, but it was kind of met with some mixed reviews whenever it came out. But you know, it's not like doing anything special for me, but it's cool to, you know, check it out and to, like I said, kind of remember my experiences with the Elementum and compare it to, you know, the premiumness. It also has a liner lock, or a frame lock, excuse me. I forgot to mention that earlier. So it's a little bit different. You don't have that sort of, you know, fall shut action that you would get with the liner lock, but it's still, you know, very, very smooth considering it's just out of the box. But it feels great in the hand. I like the way the bronze and the black sort of contrast against one another, so that's cool. But yeah, this is the Wii Elementum, not the Civivi Elementum, because it is the premium version, so that is cool. Put that there. All right, next up is a Giant Mouse Ace knife. So I'm kind of on a little Ace kick recently. Currently I have in the 8-liter, which is really, really nice. I really like the Baby Grand, but this is the Clyde in red aluminum. So I've been interested in the Clyde. You know, I kind of, not for a whole long amount of time, but I was actually kind of going down a Giant Mouse sort of rabbit hole the other day, because I've checked out the Grand, I've owned the Grand, I've checked out the Biblio, I've checked out the Baby Grand, if I didn't say that already. So I kind of wanted to check this out as a one thumb-studded knife. You guys can see it's red aluminum, black accents, black loop over style deep carry clip, and it is a single thumb stud, which is cool. I don't have too much, you know, experience with one thumb stud sided knives. You guys can see though, you could switch it if you want to, but there it says Ace. It's an N690, which, you know, is okay. Not a huge fan of N690, but action is very good, very snappy on the detent, but you know, on the close, it's smooth, but of course it needs broken in. It's smaller than I thought it would be, but you know, I don't love, now that I see it more in person, it's a little bit different than it was to me online, but I don't love the way the blade is kind of upswept. You have a little bit of belly, but not too much. Fires out of there though. You do have a lot of lock bar access, which is really nice. I can definitely appreciate how they do that on there. And you guys can see the aluminum's already kind of picking up some of the oils in my hand, which, I didn't know that aluminum really does that. The aluminum, speaking of the aluminum, has a great feel. Has kind of a matte finish to it. Nested liners, black backspacer. So far, this is probably the least favorite of my three. But, you know, again, I wanted to check it out. I kind of wanted to give that one thumb stud knife a try, to just flick it out, and you can also slow roll it. But it's small, but it's a good size. I can still get all 4 fingers on here. It's very comfortable, very neutral handle shape. Obviously, that's on there to protect the scratching from the clip. But, yeah, this is okay so far. I'm not liking it, or not liking it a lot. You know, it's all right, but I'm gonna have to give it in pocket and give it a fair shake, because it already has smoothened up a little bit, and I kind of like the slow roll, which is kind of, you know, odd for me to say because I'm definitely not a slow roll guy. But this is the Giant Mouse Ace Clyde, and then last but certainly not least, we have a PNP model. This is the User 2. Comes in a nice little hard shell case, which is cool. And the User 2 is actually the one that I was the most excited about. It was the first one that I found on there, and it was the one that I had known about and I had really wanted to try for the longest. Nice little case set up there. Slide that in there. All right, get this out and get you guys talking about the knife, and then I'm going to wrap this video up. So here is the User 2. It is a titanium front flipper in S90V, which there you guys can see it says User 2, but it's in S90V. It's dead centered, has a wire pocket clip. Ooh. Okay, so the detent is pretty light. I will say that right away. It's not a very heavy detent, but I like the closing action, but you're getting that drop shut action from that loose detent. But I'll try to put my fingers more on the lock bar. I really like the overall aesthetic of this knife. I love the blade shape there. My phone will focus. S90V, if it'll pick up on that. User 2. Then I don't know what that symbol is, but fantastic fantastic ergonomically. It's very, very thin. You have that nice choil that this thing just melts into my hand. And again, I really like the, wipe some of that smudge off. I really like the overall blade shape, which is very EDC friendly. Again, very comfortable. And that drop is really, really good. But I really wish the detent was better, because I think I would really like this knife a little bit more if it had a stronger detent. You know, I'm already getting used to it, and you can do that sort of top flip a little bit better with a lighter detent, but heavy detent on a front flipper just makes it pop so well. Check for blade play. No blade play, so it is locked up nice and tight. And I really like the lock bar access. You have so much area to land your thumb on, which is nice. And I love the murdered out look. So this is a cool piece. This still is probably my favorite out of the bunch. But again, I just really wish it had that stronger detent. But I'm already starting to get used to, you know, how it operates. Very smooth. So it'll break into as it's wearing a ball or a track in that detent ball ramp and detent ball track. But very smooth, nice slim. We'll see how it carries. Nice and deep in the pocket. Yeah, this thing, I am really liking it. It is a, you know, I could see this being a very, very nice carry for people, and I can't wait to get it in pocket and to check it out. So, oh, and you can middle finger flick it, which is dope. Oop, try to back away from the camera a little bit. Flies right out of there. Yeah, all right. I'm really starting to like this knife. I'm starting to learn how to operate it, and it's, this thing's cool. So, PMP user 2. ZT0356, the Giant Mouse Ace Collide, and the Wii Elementum. So I'm going to leave a link to DNK Knives in the description down below. Please go check Don's site out. Please go see what he has, and if there's anything interesting that you guys have been, you know, sort of eyeing up or something that catches your eye, definitely go make a purchase. You know, the communication that I've had with Don, he's, you know, a really nice guy, very personable. You know, he's always responded to my stuff very quickly, and yeah, so definitely go check him out. And as always, links will be in the description down below to Blue Creek Knives and Barnes Craft Designs. Get some money off if you want to purchase anything from there. Use code 814EDC for 10% off of your purchase at Blue Creek Knives and 15% off of your purchase at Barnes Craft Designs. Helps you, helps me, helps Brian, helps Holden. It is a win-win-win. Leave a comment down below. Do you guys have any of these knives in your collection? Have you handled any of them before? You know, what are your thoughts on them? I would love to hear what you guys have to say, but I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you guys so much for watching. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, morning, evening, whenever you're watching this, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.